Okay. Hey everyone. It's Chad here. I'm gonna take on the name the Mandolin Man for this project. Um, so I talked about in my first Flipgrid video with this network learning project that I wanted to learn the mandolin. I purchased this mandolin on good old Amazon a couple of years ago, and it's been sitting in the closet in the corner of the room, a couple different places collecting dust. So I thought this was a good opportunity to bust it out and see what I can do with it. Obviously, there's a lot to learn, and it's a little bit of a skilled instrument, but I like a challenge. So one of the things with this project was, we're going to not be using traditional means where this came with a manual and a whole bunch of sheet music that I could practice with, but I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to be using what I can find online and connect through social media and YouTube and other resources such as that. And so when I got this thing out today, kind of figured out one of the first things I need to do was tune it. And it actually worked out really great because in using technology, there's an app for that. I'm addicted to Google. I ask Google every question I have, and I don't use it for my answers, but I kind of use it as a platform to jump off and explore options of things that might answer my question or yield some good results. So I screamed into the phone, "Hey Siri, get me an app for tuning my mandolin." And Siri got me a couple different results, which I'm going to try to show you here. On the screen, you can see they're down at the bottom there. I've got 4 apps that I downloaded to try today. And one was called Mandolin Tuner. The other one was called Track and Tune. Mandolin was the third. And then Simple Mandolin was the fourth. So like with any app, they're all out there in the app market. And Simple Mandolin actually just doesn't work. So if you're into tuning a mandolin, don't pick that app. But the other 3 all worked pretty much the same, pretty good. So like this one at the bottom, you can see it's got you can kind of see there's notes down here. So if I push the notes, that's kind of what I'm going for my tune. Now I'm inexperienced, so my ear isn't highly tuned to this, and it's an app on the phone, but I think I got it pretty close. And again, I didn't know which strings were which note, and this app doesn't show that. So I tried this other app called Mandolin, and it's the same kind of an app. You can see down there it's got the 4 chords, but it also shows you the strings on the mandolin with the frets. And so I can push the button. And another good thing about this app that the first one didn't have is it continuously plays the tone. So you can kind of tune it along with the tone. And we'll try D. So using that, I feel like I got it even closer. And then I tried the third app, which was called Track and Tuner. And this one was different than both. This was more specific to a guitar, but you can see when I'm talking on this app, it reads out the tones in my voice. So if I talk low or I talk high, I get different tones. So I kind of liked that. And I used that to kind of really hone this in as best as a novice would. So it was really fun playing around with the different apps and tuning it. And in doing that also I learned, that I have the G, D, A, and E chords to play. And with this mandolin, there are 8 strings, so there's 2 strings per chord. And I was able to kind of just figure that all out through using these apps. And going forward, I picked out a little ditty that I'm going to practice for my next installation in this series. It's called Cripple Creek. So the next time you check in with me, I will be practicing strumming a little ditty, and we'll see how that goes. So I'll look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.